Hello. It's me. Joey's back with a brand new track. He's ready to defeat his foes again. It's been a while since we played. It's the 19th of December. I just haven't played at all since the last time I made a video. I swore I saw something behind that rushing water. Huh? There's a camera behind the waterfall. A camera? Fixed camera. Yeah, I'm in a good mood. I'm ready to make every one of my enemies suffer. That sounds like a great idea. Of course, that means I have edgelord camera on the go. Oh yeah, do I need to, like, actually equip the shit that I got? Right. Let's go to info. Can I do that? Tough glove, weapon attack 5. A worn pink leather glove for 5-fingered folk. I like the 5-finger folk. Oh, that's not what it means. Sorry. Okay. It's definitely something behind there. There's a tutu lying on the ground. Will I take it? I would. I need to waste a bicycle. Hang on. Yeah, I'll take it. The old tutu. Right, so the old tutu, what's that? Armor defense 10. Finally, a protective piece of armor. So the manly bandana is completely useless. Okay. I'm wearing it. Let's put the old shit in the box so I don't run out of item space. I'm going to keep that pie as a memory of the many people we've killed along the way. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. So the rest should just be healing items. We're good to go. Oh, I've got to kill like 19 people. Is it just in that room that I can actually kill them? It could be. I don't want to end up missing out on lots of shit by not actually killing things. It's a strangely silent. Yo, are you sneaking out to see it too? Awesome, she's the coolest, right? I want to be just like her when I grow up. Hey, don't tell my parents I'm here, haha. Haha. Don't worry. Your parents will find out you were here soon enough. I don't think that I can kill people here. Let me run back and forth and hope I get something good out of it. I just want to find an enemy. As soon as I find an enemy, I know that's where I can farm up and kill things. Which is all I'm really interested in. Story? Character development? Fuck that. I guess I'll keep going forward. I don't know that it locks me out of anywhere if I go forward anyway, so I think I'll be okay just killing things as they come. Into the bushes. Uh-oh. Hello, Undine. A friend of mine had an issue with you. Nothing to see here. Not me. I may be evil, but I'm not stupid. Onward! Yo, did you see the way she was staring at you? That was awesome! I'm so jealous. She was just standing there waiting forever, and then you just... Come on, let's go watch her beat up some bad guys, huh? Bad guys, eh? I think I can fight people here. When 4 bridge seeds lie in the water, they will sprout. Hi. Deal with that. Aaron flexes in. What? Education. Hobby. Talent. What is this? Oh, I have to keep hitting it. Okay. Ooh, I'm sweating. Oh, Aaron. Oh, Aaron, I didn't know you felt that way. Sweat all over me, daddy. What? If by sweat you mean sweat blood all over the ground. I'd like to read that sign, so give me a minute, and I need to go put the plants on the sign. It'll also get me more fights, so I'm not bothered by it really. Whoop. One more. I like how the actual main puzzle though is already solved in Genocide. That helps me a lot because I don't actually have to play the game. The game's just like, yep, you already know what you're doing. No, I don't. I've just decided, I've taken it upon myself to kill everything. Congratulations, you failed the puzzle. No, I didn't. Puzzle's completed already. Toby, please. If an error is made, the Bell Blossom can call bridge seeds back to where they started. Alright. Turn all the lights off. Wasting lecky. Know how much charge that costs? It's not free. These luminescent mushrooms, they ain't free. Someone's got to pay for them. So, I definitely got a fight in the bottom left-hand corner of the area. So, I'll just run back and forth here then. I'm thinking maybe the right-hand side is prohibited from letting you have fights in case the Lotus things get reset. Also, my bed isn't made. I might go do it in the middle of a video. It's just how the kind of guy I am. Right. Where's me fucking fights? Come on. Are enemies already scared to fight me? Pitiful. Useless. Fleshy bags of filth. It's strangely silent. Wishing room. None of the flowers are talking to me. Oh! Washua shuffles up. Wash your hand. Tweet. Ow. See ya. Look through the telescope? Yeah, sure, why not? Check the wall. Okay. The wall's already been checked for me. Again, I think Genocide just does it for me. Helpful. Right now I definitely get fights in here, so this is where I'm going to do it. Mold's Maul. Sexy wiggle. Oh. See ya. Now I wonder if that counts as 1 or 2. Maybe 2? I hope 2. Is the game actually being shown right now? Yeah, it is. You can see it. Okay, good. On my preview window, I can't see the edges of the screen, so it looked like it was just black the whole time, and that's not what I need. What I want is to kill, destroy, eviscerate. That's what makes me happy, and that's what I shall do. That and snorting coke. Sorry, that's just Jobert. Not Joey or Joby. He's the good person. Jobert, though. He's a wrong un. Come on, let's go. Perfect strike. Outdone spot. No need for a swimming suit. See ya. Ow. Ow. Stop actively trying to kill me. Stab it. Stab it. There we go. Goodbye. I like how the fights get harder. I do appreciate that. That as you go on, the game's like, nope, you get to die now. And I'm like, well, I do deserve it. I am a bit of a shitlord. But at the same time, if you question me, I will destroy you. So don't do that. I'm thinking this will be like another 30 minutes or so episode where I kill all these guys and then get owned by Undyne and then have to play over and over again until I beat Undyne. But I will do it. Unlike certain people on the internet, I won't give up and never go back to it, even though he says he'll go back to it. But you know he won't go back to it. Get called out, son. I'm kidding. It doesn't bother me. I'm playing this game predominantly for a joke, but also just to make people stop saying that I haven't played it, because I have. But you played the game wrong, Joby.
You're supposed to help the people. You're supposed to be their friends.
No. I am not their friends. Come on in, the water's fine. I am their mortal enemy. And as such, shall defeat, ruin, destroy, completely and utterly vaporize all foes. Simply just because I can. Jobert doesn't feel much these days. Jobert is like more lore. Jobert is the manifestation of my depression. And that's a real talk. I don't mind being real with you. The manifestation of something that just doesn't care. So, why not kill all the nice friendly creatures? I'm waiting for the death music where it says no one arrived because no one's left. And I'll be like, good. Finally, my job is complete. The good thing about having the webcam on is I can make faces to the camera, which I do anyway, but you can actually see them. It's like an extra element for you, a visual element. But I wouldn't do it all the time. I just couldn't have my face shown all the time because I don't like the way I look necessarily, and also I don't think it really adds anything. I missed. Scrub-a-dub-dubs. Education, hobby, talent. Aaron has no need for such trivial pursuits. Oh, a swimming suit, apparently. Aaron only cares about the power of the flesh. And the temptations therein. Ooh, I'm sweating. Yay! My love increased. I have a love level of 10. I am the most love-filled person of the whole world. Also, my right lung really hurts. I don't know why. I may die. It's okay. I think I may have just scratched the inside of myself with my rib. It just hurts. It's okay. I'll be living. At least for now. At least at the end of this episode. I can live until then. Come on. Come on, you bastard. I like you can hear my angry keyboard tapping left and right. That's a feature of my channel. You can enjoy that feature. That I tap the keyboard and do the things loudly. Not the only thing I do loudly, ain't it right, lads? I couldn't be like that, I don't think. In terms of like having a laugh with the lads. Yeah, I fucked a ragged, yeah, it was fucking great, yeah, giving it loads, yeah. No, I'm alright. Jobert, mate. What's the Jobert equivalent of Chad? I don't know. Whoever that is. That'd be who it is. There shouldn't be much enemies. There shouldn't be many enemies left. There won't be much left by the time I'm done. Grammar. It's important to be correct. Just ask literally any person trying to learn English and trying to explain to them that there's like 4 different ways to say there and 3 different ways to say which. And they'll be like, what? And that different versions of the same word have different contexts, and if you use them wrong, someone will say, what the fuck are you doing? Bell end. At least in this country. Don't know if any other language where that's the case. I know Japanese has a lot of characters that are similar, that have different meanings, or that one character can mean 2 things, but not that necessarily different words are spelt differently, but sound the same, and then also have different meanings at the same time. And have different possessives, like second possessive or third tense or whatever you want to call it. that you use for different reasons. English is a stupid language. I'm just lucky I know it, because it is the language of business. Wash your soul. It is actually aiming for me, I think. Wash your soul. How much gold do I have? 1450. Not that it matters, because I think I just steal everything I want anyway. Let's eat bicycle. Yum. For 11 HP. Yummy yum. I might need those for the fight with Undyne, but if I can't do it without getting hit over and over again, I'll just have to learn to not get hit. I think it's all pattern based and they do the same thing every time. So you can just learn it. Especially the bosses. Although I don't know for sure. I have a good memory, so I think I could just learn it instead. Like if it goes, the first pattern goes like up, down, left, left, right, right, up, down, down, left, left, right, left. I can learn that eventually. And I'll just do it without thinking about it. If it changes every time and there's still like 15 commands I have to memorize or react to, I'm much more predictive than reactive. I don't have very good reactive tendencies, which is why I'm not very good at shooting games or things like that. But pattern-based things that I can learn, like Fire Emblem, where they always do the same thing, and archers always attack from two tiles away, and you have to be next to someone to melee them, and it's always that way. I can learn that. Souls is a mix between the two, where you have to be reactive, but you also have to learn the pattern. If you can dodge things, you'll probably be alright no matter what. But if you can learn the moves that they do and what range they attack from and how fast they are and if you can parry it or not and that sort of thing, then that gets a lot easier too. This is just Joey shooting the shit. I don't mind that. Hopefully you guys don't mind that either. I could talk about games and everything forever, honestly. There's nothing I like more than just talking about random crap. I try not to have too many stark opinions. It's a great way to alienate people. Slime sounds. That was going to hit me. Good thing I didn't have to get hit. Goodbye. Right, there must not be many enemies left now. I'm thinking maybe like 5. There's like 18 or something to begin with, so I'm thinking maybe 5. Also, those molds more, I think they don't count as separate enemies each. I think they are their own thing. So like those two are one encounter. So when it says 18 left, it's 18 encounters left, not 18 enemies left. Although it could be that the molds more count as 2. Someone will find out and let me know, probably.
Why don't you find out yourself, Joey?
I don't really care. That's why. Right, come on. Forget what this game was made in. Game Maker, I think. Just fill me with a little bit of hope that you can make a game in Game Maker without huge amounts of technical know-how and make something that people want to play. I guess because the combat system's kind of cool and the whole you don't have to kill anything thing. Not that I'd know anything about that. This is a game where you get levels, you get love, literal love for killing things. Why wouldn't I kill them? Love. Okay, let's go. Let's do this thing. Come on, video game. Give me a fight. I don't know how the step counter works. Or if there is a step counter, if it's just time-based. I think I remember something along the lines of, after you kill a certain amount of things, you have to wait a certain amount of time before the step counter will even increment. But I don't know if that's true. Or if I just misheard it. I may have just misheard it. It was in a stream. I lurk a lot in streams and sort of just listen to what the person's saying and don't read chat too much. So I can... That's weird. Oh no, I can go... Oh, alright, whatever. I was going to say I can't go through it that way, but I can go through the other way. Apparently you can, and I'm just a knob. Who'd have guessed? Literally everyone on the planet. Do some snaking. Snaking helps. Always. But come on. Give me a fight, please. I'm ready now. I'm I'm ready to fight. Oh, hello. Still more enemies. Oh, I can kill them in one hit now. Excellent news. I love it. Just what I wanted to hear. That I can kill in one strike. And enemies fall at my feet. Perfect. Excellent. Wonderful. Right. Have you ever seen my teeth? I have like vampire teeth. Like literal straight up fangs. On the left hand, right hand side of my mouth. My canines are literal fangs. Not like, oh, they're a bit sharp. No, they will tear flesh. Oh, phone call. I can't really answer it right now, but let me check the number. Be right back. Shit. Hello. Professional Joey has to go and do some shit. Be right back. Not only is he strong, but he also quick. Now, if I did have to wait for a certain amount of time, that would have actually probably helped me out. If it's just actually walk more, then it doesn't help me at all. So now there's a new time pressure. Great. Parents on the way home. Joey has to be quick. Has to finish the video. I'll be fine. Shouldn't have really ran though with my bruised rib / lung. Fuck. It's on my right hand side. It would be on your left, but I'm not just grabbing my tits for the sake of it. Although, maybe on a different website. I'm kidding. Let's do it. Fucking come on. Give me a fight already. Let me see that I've killed everything in this world. In this zone. That my devilish evil has not gone unnoticed. That's all I want. All I want is to be recognised for the son of a bitch I am. And to kill. And to consume. And to destroy. And to... Nothing. It's fine. Let's do it. Come on. Maybe I'll go to a different screen and that'll sort it out. But if I know anything about these sorts of games, just going into a different screen will reset my step count and I'll be upset. So I'm just going to keep walking back and forth. And hoping it works. But the flowers don't speak to me. I think they're supposed to speak to you. But they're scared of me. Everything's scared of me. I don't know why. What did I do? I'm freeing the world of monsters. I forgot to press Z. Derp. That's better. Sexy wiggle. See ya. Right, now this must be done. Surely we're getting to the point where there's nothing left. It'll probably be a quicker battle once there's nothing left, and it'll say no one remains or nobody came or something like that. And then we get the evil music. Although the music's already pretty macabre. Doesn't matter. I'm enjoying it. Well, you would, Joey, you sick fuck. I don't mind things that are a little bit dark in nature. I think gore, I'm not a huge gore fan, but I like psychological shit, even though it gives me nightmares. I prefer it to, like, straight up just someone getting ripped in half like a Saw film or something, or Final Destination. Not into it. Not about it. I am about fun games, though, and RPGs in general. Undertale's somewhere in a grey area for me. I don't necessarily think it's very fun. I think it's interesting. I think they did a good job with it, or Toby did at least. But it's... would I say it's fun? Unsure. I think it gives me a chance to delve into my psychological internals and see what goes on in there, which is a little bit scary. Because it just plays some notes in my head that resonate in certain ways. I can't help it. I enjoy it. I just think that it wouldn't be something I'd go back and play over and over again. Like Final Fantasy VII, which I would play literally every day of my entire life probably and not get bored. I haven't played it in... when's the last time I actually played FF7? 3 years ago? Something like that now? But I always can go back to it. That's the beauty of it. If I wanted to. I'll probably wait for the remake now. So 2020 or whenever it comes out. That's going to be such a good game. I hope it is. Even if it's shit, I'll still like it, probably. I am very, very biased. I don't mind admitting that. Maybe it's about time for another FF7 playthrough. Although FF9 seems to be the most popular fan-based playthrough, like what the audience likes the most. The game has the most character. But I like 7 more, simply because it was the first one I played, and therefore have nostalgia for it the most. And also, I like the fact that it deals with some darker stuff. Although FF9 does have lots of dark things in it, I consider FF9 generally more light-hearted, more comedic, whereas FF7's just not. It's very melodramatic, very almost anime, except it's not anime. It's yeah, it's got a lot of melodrama in it, lots of killing literal gods and evil. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Things like that. How long have we been running back and forth for? Feels like forever. Has it been forever? This is like a good thing as well. Like, it makes me feel like it's a dream, like it isn't real. Me just running back and forth. I'm like, am I actually here doing this right now, or is this just in my head? It's interesting. I don't know. I've never really had another game do it to me before. Just questioning my own existence, really. Right, okay, here we go. Right, give me a fight and tell me it's all good now and everyone's gone and dead and destroyed, and I'll be happy and I'll be able to move on with my life and get a fish trident straight up my arse. That'd be great. I look forward to it. I don't really look forward to it. I look forward to killing her and then winning through that way. I just don't look forward to having to actually play well. Oh god. Fancy that. Fancy having to play... Ooh. Damn you! I'm pretty sure it gets worse too the further into the game you go. The longer you have to wait. Not sure how I feel about that, if that is true. As a gameplay mechanic. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I guess thematically it makes sense because the monsters are actively trying to avoid you, probably. But in terms of just like actually gameplay that's fun and interesting, I don't know that making the player wait upwards of like 5 minutes for every fight is going to be very interesting. What I may have to do is actually record it in MP4 and therefore be able to edit it, because I can't edit the FLVs. That's why I'll leave the things where I go and answer the phone or have to go downstairs. I have to leave them in the video because FLVs don't really like being fucked with for some reason. Or at least Adobe Premiere doesn't like fucking with them. So I haven't really got much of a choice. The reason why I record an FLV in the first place is because it works on YouTube straight away, which is good. And also the file sizes are way smaller. Like, ridiculously smaller. A 30-minute MP4 might be 3 gig. Might not be that big, but in a high enough bitrate it can get that high. The FLVs are like a couple 100 meg for the same amount of time. So I can upload them in like 10 minutes. It's easy. MP4s have to render them and then I have to upload them. That takes a few hours, during which I can't do anything on the computer. Which is fine downstairs because I don't do anything down there anyway besides record things. But here, this is my zone. These 4 walls are my sanctuary. Not being able to do anything here, it's painful. Almost as painful as the amount of time it takes to get a fight. Jesus Christ. What the hell? Good game. Good game. Guess that's what happens when you walk into the wall and out of the wall at the same time. It only happens on upwards facing walls. Interesting. I like it. It's a cool glitch. I hope that isn't too good. I get content ID'd. Good thing about not being partnered on YouTube is I don't care. You can copyright me if you want. See if I give a shit. As long as I don't do things that actually get me copyright strikes, like some companies do, because I don't say games are shit or review them or make fun of them, then I'll be okay. Copyright claims are fine. I just don't make any money on it, but you don't make any money on it anyway, so there's literally no downside for me. But if you want to check out my Patreon, you can pay me money to play games. Which is actually fine if you want to do that. I'm not going to complain. But only do that if you actually really like my content. Because I don't want to be that person who's just like,
I'll quit if you don't give me 1,000 likes on every video. By 2018, if I don't get at least 12 Patreons paying $100 each per month, then I'm just gonna quit, because fuck you.
No. Even someone paying $1 or £1 or whatever means like a ridiculous amount to me that you care enough to pay me to do something that I like doing. That is really sweet. And it gives you encouragement as well. Not that being ruled by money is the main thing, but having encouragement to say, you know what, people actually like this and they want to see more of it. And your time that you're putting in isn't wasted. That's like a huge positive motivator for you. Or at least it is for me. That other people care about what I do. I swear to God. Give me a fight. Please, for the love of all that's holy, give me a fight. I wonder if there's any equipment that boosts the encounter rate, because I would get that. Even if it had like 0 defense, I would get that. Give me something that gives me a fight every other step. So I can just grind through it. I guess this is why the puzzle's already done. Because the game knows it's going to take you at least half an hour to get through the next bit. You have to sit here running back and forth, waiting for enemies to come. This almost feels more like a podcast than an actual video. I don't think I'd ever do a podcast. And I don't have enough to say. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Ancient writing covers the walls. You can just make out the words. The war of humans and monsters. Why did the humans attack? Indeed, it seemed they had nothing to fear. Humans are unbelievably strong. It would take the soul of nearly every monster just to equal the power of a single human soul. But humans have one weakness. Ironically, it's the strength of their soul. Its power allows it to persist outside the human body even after death. If a monster defeats a human, they can take its soul. A monster with a human soul, a horrible beast with unfathomable power. It's an illustration of a strange creature. There's something very unsettling about this drawing. I'm ready. Do what you will. Uh-oh. Nope. Nay. Uh-oh. Did that actually hit me? I think it actually hit me. Ow, 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 ow. Fuck you, Undyne, please don't kill me, you fucking swine. Ow, 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 ow. Fucking ow, 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 ow. Run away. Ow, 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 ow. Dodge the space. Nothing here. Not me. He. I've evaded capture. Once again.
Yo, did you see that? Undyne just touched me. I'm never washing my face ever again.
Man, are you unlucky. If you were standing just a little bit to the left. Yo, don't worry. I'm sure we'll see you again. This cheese has been here so long, a magical crystal has grown around it. It's stuck to the table. Strangely silent. Determination. See you next time, when we show Undyne just how determined we really are.